Oh, good morning, afternoon actually. It's about 1 o'clock. It is January the 10th. And I thought I'd venture outside because it's actually quite sunny out here. It's warm, 12 degrees. It's not going to stay that way. That was supposed to pour rain. So we're doing the good, the bad, and the ugly a bit. So the good is the cabbages. They seem to be holding their own except for one or two. Oh no, these look like they're broccolis. The teeny tiny broccoli in there. I don't know what's wrong with them. They're probably just too freaking cold. I don't blame them. It's been horrible weather. They live, they don't. I tried, and that's all I can do. These, I've got to get this glass out of the way. There's the spinach. It's doing okay, but note to self, as I always do, don't put tops on things and don't give them any breathing room, because all the soil has got a bit of a fungus looking thing growing on it. So this is where my carrots are gonna go. The spinach won't be in here forever. It's just in here for whatever. Got lots of washing to do. All the fleece needs washing and cleaning up. And today I thought I'd come out because I'm gonna move the blue frame. It's going to go on the tomato bed, and then the white ones, the old ones, because it's just going to be sweet peas. I'll put the old trellis there. So I'll get that done and I'll show you when I'm finished. Okay, so that's where the sweet peas are going to go. Gerald's going to come out and clip off some rough edges that are on there so I can get it all tickety-boo and straightened out together. And then this side, they're going to have that blue one will go over there, obviously, and the white one will come over here. I'm debating still whether or not to paint them, but that's not a rush because that's for tomatoes. So there's going to be tomatoes on there, so I'll use that as the trellis. And then I've still got some spacing at the front here that I can do things. Here's the failed potato buckets from the winter experiment. And that's about it. I got to get Gerald out to pound these posts in. Posts being AKA bed rails. That we cut the ends off. They work perfect. They rust, but they don't rot, so that's a good thing. And other than that, it's just going to be design and design flaws. Have a great day. Oh, good morning. It's January the 11th. It is cold. Sun's up there somewhere, but it's cold. So today's job, before the gajillion tons of rain come, is to get all these pots emptied because they've all got lilies in them that I'd moved while I was changing beds. So get some of them moved. Crap, I gotta get some wood for this bed I'm putting in. Why don't I just put them in the ground? Anyway, rambling. Do that. Anchor the trellises properly. Trellis. I got dirt all over that one. Bad girl. Fix this bed, top it all up, get that done hopefully. I pulled all those brassicas out and I'll show you why. Sorry, I'll try not to spin you around too much. And hopefully I've got my volume on properly. Oh, apparently I've touched a button on my phone and stopped recording. So anyway, what I was telling you was, the reason I took them out of the ground is, if you can see in there, they're all mushy. Like the stalks are they're just gone inside. So poor things didn't have a chance with the cold weather we've had and the wet. So I think what happened was they probably got too much moisture in the stalks, and then it froze, and then it thawed, and then it froze, and then it thawed, and it just wrecked them. So I just pulled them out. I didn't want to leave them in there. That just gets depressing when you're looking at that. But I know Jessie at plot 37 had the same problem with her 9-star broccoli. They all just froze. So she took a bunch of the leaves off and hopefully they'll recuperate. But mine were just deader and doornails, so I took them all out. Today's job is to get them lilies out of them pots. So let's get started. Okay, so I got all the small pots planted up. 2 pots there have got lilies in them still, but I don't know where I want to put them. I know I don't want to put them in the beds there, so if I make this long bed here, I might put them in there, which means for now they've got to stay in pots. So I'm trying to protect them as best I can from all the rain. See how that works. And picked up all the leaves underneath here, but now I'm gonna have all my freaking poles to wash because all the leaf fungus has started to attach themselves to it. So I'll pull them all out, stand them up somewhere, and hopefully the rain will wash some of it off, or the cold. And oh, I'll get that blue thing there. The blue thing over there is good to stand them all up in. And then I'll probably have to bleach them all come spring. Son of a gun. Okay, so that's that done, and I picked up all the leaves. I'll put them in the leaf bin. Whew, I think it's almost time for a cup of tea, but I thought I would just come out and show you. It's so exciting. Bulbs are coming up. That's not a mole. I got to move that. I put some dirt there and I've got to spread it around a bit. But yeah, these are my poor broad beans. Blacker and black. But look, bulbs. Bulbs are all coming up. Tulips, tulips, tulips. I'm assuming they're tulips. They could be tulips. They could be daffodils. More bulbs. Very exciting. Dead black beans. More bulbs. Mr. Frickin' Mole Hole. Yeah, bastard. Yeah, so lots of exciting things going on. And way over there, you can see the greenness. See if I can span you out a bit. That's self-seeded cilantro. It's decided it's going to come back up again. Okay, so this is all the soil out of those pots, and you can, I don't know if you can tell, but it's absolutely sopping wet. So that's why I wanted to get them out of their pots and see if I can't save them in the beds. These beds look like crap right now because it's messy, but once the flowers all come up, hopefully it will look really good. Gotta get some wood to finish this bed off with, and then I'm pooped. So I'm going in for a cup of tea. So, yeah. Oh, and this is a bucket of variegated London Pride. My Nana always had this in her yard, so I'm gonna separate those because they've clumped themselves solid, and put them along the front of the beds because they're quite low. Yeah, tea time. Okay, not the prettiest looking, but don't forget they'll have plants all up against them. So, and I'm debating the painting thing for next year, but I'm not doing it this year. Anyway, so that's that done. Tomato frames. Sweet pea trellis. So, all good. And I've still got to get these pots picked up and moved and flatten all the soil out. And before you ask, no, it's not my laundry. I am just trying to get them rinsed off because it's going to rain. And then if that doesn't work, I'll wash them and hang them up to dry. It's my fleece covers. I want to put them away because I don't think I'll need them right now. Okay. So, no, really, this is really the last time I'm going to do this, and then I will go inside. The only thing that survived out here pretty much was the spinach. And even it's looking a bit iffy, but once we've gone by a couple of weeks, what I might do is put it out there in that bed where the tomatoes are going to go, because there's a big triangle at the front there. And I do need to wash everything because I've made a mess with muddy gloves. Yeah, that's about it. Morning, Friday the 13th. So core, somebody told me it's pronounced core. So I've dried it out because when you expand it, it gets really wet and it's gross to deal with. So I've put it on top of a heater and it's all nice and dry and fluffy. But what's nice about it is, unlike dirt, unless you sieve it all, when you're putting it in the containers, it just drops right to the bottom when it's nice and dry. So that's what we're doing today. And today we're going to do some onions. So we're doing a Rosa de Verno blah 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 and some round tropias. So we'll get those started today. So that's three lots of onions done. I multi-sow them in here because I'm lazy. And I'm honest and lazy. The update on the sweet peas is they've started popping up, and these ones over here I've just filled now, and I've got space for one more. And when these are ready, I'm just going to top it with core because excuse me, what I don't use I can just reuse, if that makes any sense. The cone flowers that I had stratified in the freezer seem to be coming up okay. So keep my fingers crossed because those are green twist and they're really expensive to buy as a plant. So that's about it. The collards are still holding their own, and nothing much going on because it's really freaking pouring rain outside. Outside in between downpours. So that's where the new bed's gonna go, and it's just gonna strictly be for more flowers. I'll put the hydrangeas in there. I don't want the deer eating them outside the fence, and they will, and the rabbits, so I put them in here. Put some sedums in here, and hopefully we'll be okay. Now, I'm not sure about the maple will be fine. The magnolia will be fine. This is a variegated dogwood, so I'm not sure if it's got a rootstock or if it's actually the thing. So I might have to make a protector around the base so that it's not in more dirt, because otherwise I'll end up with just a regular dogwood coming up from the base. Whew. Sorry, I had to carry all that wood up here. Okay, we'll probably post because there's not a lot going on. So happy weekend, everybody.